Guys, I'm just going to get straight into it, okay? So Sabrina part 4 came out, I guess 2 weeks ago now or something like that. And I've never watched a show ever. And even in the first episode, I was like, I don't really know if this is my vibe, but I stuck with it, okay? And I liked part 1 and part 2 because the storyline was like, you know, like you wanted to know where this was going. You wanted to know if she really kind of like steps into being queen of hell or whatever. And then part 3 was kind of like, okay, where are we going? Part 4, y'all, I'm not going to go in any order. I'm really just going to talk about the different things that stood out to me. First of all, let's talk about when this damn show became Glee, okay? Because I was like, okay, in season 3, I was like, okay, they got a little band, that's cute. But the part 4, now, it became a whole thing. We got songs from them cheerleading, and then they also did it in the coven, and it was just like song after song. I was like, okay. It's not that it didn't work for me. I didn't mind it once or twice. I think it just became too much. I think it was happening too frequently, and I think it was, in my opinion, taking away from the storyline a little bit. Because it's not like these people were like phenomenal singers or musicians, okay? Like y'all remember from, not to get off topic, but y'all remember from that show Victorious? And y'all remember how Ariana Grande was like the singer on Victorious? Okay, I wanted to watch her, okay? Her voice was amazing, and look where she is now. But you got these little basic, I don't want to, look, I don't want to criticize other performers harshly. It was just a bit much. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so now Sabrina has turned into Glee, and I just couldn't keep up with the different things that were happening because, like, I think it had to be at the end of season 3, Prudence, right, after she then got mad at Blackwood, right? I think that's how season 3 ended. It was like her and Ambrose went on the quest to go find him, right? And now all of a sudden, she got these little swords. When did she become a skilled swordsman? And to stay on Prudence, when we go further into season 4 and they're kind of like, letting Roz know, okay, you are a witch, honey. Sorry to tell you. Okay, fine, she's a witch. Now, then cut to scenes of her doing her little like thing. I'm like, when did Prudence become psychic? And how is that just being revealed now? Listen. And I'm going to be honest. I felt like her need for revenge on Father Blackwood was getting a bit old for me. I literally just finished the season 4 right now. Even at the end where she like comes in Chainsaw Massacre style, like, girl. I mean, actually, I really love her character. I really do. I love the short hair. I love her fierceness. I love her sexiness. I love her sassiness. But after a while, I feel like I would not have the energy to have that much hatred towards somebody. That's just me, though. Okay, what else did I write here? I wrote, damn, Mrs. Wardwell turned her back on Jesus real quick. I don't remember why I wrote that. Why did I write that? Oh, the real Mrs. Wardwell. Okay, can we talk about that for a second? I feel like some people could probably be easily annoyed with trying to keep up with the real Mrs. Wardwell and like, Lilith. But, that scene where Mrs. Wardwell is in her house having some whiskey or whatever, and Agatha comes to her house. Oh, I'm going to get back to Agatha, okay? Comes to her house and, tries to invite her to the cult. And she goes to check it out. I'm like, dang, sis, you turned yourself on Jesus real quick. Real quick. And we never really fully understood why. I mean, we know that her brain was wiped because at some point, y'all just stay with me because I binged this series in like 2 weeks, literally. We know at some point, she was informed that the Spellmans were witches. But then later, she kind of has like an inkling that something's up with them. And so now, like, you never really fully, at least for me, and I don't know, maybe I watched it too quickly, you never really fully understood why she joined the cult. You were like, she had reasons to be upset because she came back from this long slumber, right? Her fiance's gone. She don't know which way is up or down. But I'm like, dang, for you to be a devout Christian, you really did just say, Jesus, it ain't working. I mean, okay. I also wrote, I still can't believe Sabrina is cool with Roz dating Harvey. Sorry, not sorry. First of all, Roz, you shouldn't be dating your friend's man. And I will give her respect. She did ask Sabrina in advance. She was like, are you cool with this? And Sabrina was like, fake. She was like, yeah, I don't mind, whatever, Roz. But Sabrina, girl, you playing yourself. So that's weird, but whatever. Okay, let's talk about, okay. Yeah, let's get to this part where she was trying to create her own boyfriend, right? And this Lucas kid appears out of nowhere, right? Who I guess we could all assume was the manifestation of her boyfriend or her whatever. Now, this is the episode where she was battling the weird Eldritch Terror, okay? And so in that moment in the classroom where the weird took over her body, tell me, why did it never get addressed that everybody in the class was like scalpels at the neck except for Lucas? Lucas was like, what's going on? And I'm like, why is this the only kid that is not brainwashed right now? And why is nobody addressing that? And why did Sabrina never make, or did she? Let's talk about it. Do you think Sabrina knew that Lucas was her boyfriend? Because when she drains the tub at the end, it makes you think that she thinks that the boyfriend never manifested. But I think it was Lucas. So that kind of irritated me. And then all of a sudden Lucas transferred to a different school. Okay. I wrote, how the hell are Sabrina and Roz the only ones who still remember what the hell is going on during the perverse terror? How? Because if y'all remember, okay, this is what happened, right? This is what happened. When Faustus made his little wish, Roz and Sabrina was in the bathroom. And then they were like, what happened? They come out the bathroom and everybody's in uniform, blah, 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 blah. And, then Sabrina had to do, a little quick change. And now I see why they got her in that wig, because her hair is real flat. She need a wig. She do need that wig. She's cute, though. But I'm like, why are they the only two that remember? Because all the other witches, like her aunts didn't even recognize her. So I'm like, what is happening in this show? What is happening? Those are some notes that I took last night. I really feel like, to be really honest, I feel like on one hand, I understand that you buy into the world that the creators set, that the writers set, but I can't help but wonder, okay, all of these mystical things. Ooh, I gotta get back to Lucifer. We're gonna talk about him. All of these mystical things are happening, right? Because Greendale is like a weird place. So ain't nothing happening in the rest of the world. We ain't never get a snapshot of what's happening in the next town over. It's just these magical, powerful beings are also obsessed with Greendale. I was like, after a while, I'm like, now come on now. At least in the Avengers or stuff like that, you get to see catastrophic things happening around the world. But, this show, it's just Greendale is this horrible, horrible place. Now, look, after a while, I'd be like, look, we need to move. We gotta go. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute that during the Void episode, they brought back the aunts from the TV series Sabrina. That was cute. I thought that was a cute touch. I'm not gonna lie. Even like the little Salem, that was cute. That was real, real cute. Let's get back to Lucifer. Okay. Lucifer, there are just a little bit too many inconsistencies in this show for me, because I want to talk about how, okay, what episode? When the Returned, the episode about the Returned, right? Now, when the Return came, there was this episode where Lucifer came, where it was a flashback to when Harvey's dad, who Harvey was playing, was in a band and whatever. And Lucifer came and he was like Lucifer himself, And I'm like, no, wait a minute. If this was supposed to be 20, 40 years ago, however long ago, let's call it 20 years ago, right? Lucifer was still supposed to be a little monster hoofed demon. So why he's strolling in looking all angelic? Inconsistencies. Okay. And I like the actor. I like the actor's portrayal. I don't like the choice that they kind of made Lucifer a little slapsticky, right? Because at first, in the first season, it was like, the Dark Lord, we will serve him. And, but then after a while, he kind of became, you feared him less. He was less of a big deal. And they kind of made him a little laughable. I don't know. I don't know if I liked that. I kind of liked it better when hell was this, right? Because at first hell was this place that nobody went to. Then all of a sudden, season 4, they just popping in and out of hell. I'm like, now hold up. How they just appearing in hell when back in season 2, they could barely get them doors open? How all of a sudden now they got easy access? I couldn't stay with it, y'all. I could stay with it, but again, a lot of inconsistencies. Okay, so let's talk about the two Sabrinas, because this is another thing I didn't like, okay, about the two Sabrinas. I didn't like, first of all, Sabrina Morningstar, to me, was the original Sabrina, right? Because remember, homegirl stopped, they're the same people, but she stopped her before she went to the vampire or something. She was like, hey, whoa. I got an idea, sis. If you do this, then I'll be Sabrina Spellman, you be Sabrina Morningstar, whatever. Sabrina Morningstar was the real one to me, right? Am I crazy? And so then it became this Sabrina Spellman, Sabrina Morningstar. And I'm just like, whoa, they're literally the same person. Why are y'all treating them like they're twins? They're not. They're literally the same person. Copies of each other. that kind of bothered me a little bit because when it came down to like when they were trying to decide because she didn't mess up the whole time thing, they were like, "Oh, we got to kill one," and Lucifer was like, "No, not my daughter," and I'm like, "Bruh, she's the same person." Speaking of, okay, another inconsistencies or another question that I have. Remember that scene where, okay, Sabrina had the vision of two babies, and the one baby was like a little monster, and the other was like a baby. What happened to that baby? What happened to the little monster? Did it get killed? Was Sabrina the monster and she grew out of it? Like, I have questions. And there's the vision of of her father Edward handing him the baby, but I don't remember which baby he handed him. I don't know. But I'm just like, okay, there was two babies. What happened to the other one? And which is Sabrina? So we can clarify that. I do feel like it's a little inappropriate for this to be a teenage show. I do feel it's a little inappropriate for them to have so much emphasis on the drugs and alcohol, specifically for Nick's character, and I know that the witches were supposed to be like, sinful, and they didn't really subscribe to like what's appropriate in the mortal realm. But I'm like, okay, now, young people are watching this show. You got to be careful about that, about addiction and stuff like that. And, granted, they eventually try to get him out of the addiction. But I was like, okay, this is a bit much. See, this guy's a teenager. Come on now. You got to be careful about the kids watching the show. You don't want them to think that that's cool and that that's how they should be trying to resolve their issues, numb their pain, etc., etc. Now let's talk about Nick. First of all, he's fine. He's fine. But I do actually really love how diverse this show is. I will say that. I think it's a really great diverse cast. Every time you watch a scene, there's a good amount of diversity, and I appreciate that in the show. But I will say for Nick, Nick low-key get on my nerve because he always want to be Captain Save. Trying to be careful what I say. He always want to, come and save Sabrina, but then he's like mad about it. Like, boo, you offered to take the Dark Lord inside of you. So don't get mad at me, because now you got to deal with that. I ain't asked you to do that. And he could be mad because it's like, okay, you let me do that. You offered. What else was he supposed to do? Time was running out. And it was shady how he hooked up with Prudence afterwards. That was shady. That was mad shady. I was also trying. First of all, can we talk about this wand that Ambrose had? Ambrose's wand. Like, we understood that it was a tool that was also very confusing. Because when he made the tool in that scene when it was happening, I wasn't sure if it was a dream or like real life. I might have to go back and rewatch that episode because I thought that was a dream where Ambrose was making that wand. But he made it, and like, what did it actually do? Because he's the only one who had the wand. And then why he ain't made everybody else a wand? Why he's the only one that got a wand? You don't think your friends need a wand to zap stuff? Oh, let's go back to this. Sabrina, right? Now I'm just all over the place. After she got her powers, okay, wait. Y'all remember when she killed them angels, right? And she was like mad powerful, and she's changing the weather and whatnot. Now, okay, let me try to remember what happened. What happened, y'all? Something happened, and she, I don't know, probably some self-sacrifice or something again. Something happened where she was still doing her teenage thing, but she wasn't as powerful, and that was never really explained. I'm like, now wait a minute, why? Right, I'm so messed up right now. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it might have been the end of season 2, maybe, or something like that. Maybe when she decided she didn't. Right. Okay, here we go. When she decided that she was gonna make Lilith be her queen regent, right? And Dark Lord was trapped and whatever. And she goes on to live her little high school dual reality life. Why she wasn't as powerful? Because when we start the new season, now all of a sudden she's back to saying spells and stuff, when just the season before she didn't have to do that. She was just like, bloop, bloop, let there be sun. So I was like, why all of a sudden is she not as powerful? If she's still a celestial, half celestial being. So that's what I'm talking about. There were so many inconsistencies in the show. Like, her will is strong for sure, and that was evident throughout the show. But like, I don't know. It was a lot. And she was starting to get on my nerves after a while. I'm like, girl, you care about these dang friends so much. Child, okay? You need to go sit down somewhere. That's what you need to do. Go do some homework. Read a book. Relax. I will admit, I was hoping that at some point Harvey would lean into his like witch catcher ways, because remember, his family was supposed to be, you know, witch hunters, and here he is dating 2 of them. So I was kind of hoping that that would happen, but I mean, just to add, you know, something to the plot. Like, he's like, you know, something like where I can't do this, you know. I can't do this. I'm gonna devote my life to bring you guys down. I feel like that might have been a more interesting plot, actually, if him and like a band of whoever, you know, committed themselves to hunting them. But of course, that would never be able to happen because Harvey's always supposed to be. Can I just say something about Harvey, though, the actor? I don't know if this is intentional, but why he always got this little like sad look, like, hi, Sabrina. Was it just me noticing that he always kind of got like a little like dopey kind of like puppy dog face. And I'm like, is that like him being like, is that his acting, or is that just like how he is? You know, like he was always just like, I don't understand, but I love you. I'm like, he'll open his eyes. I don't know. And then, you know what's crazy? All in all, even though so many things were happening in the show that I was just trying to keep up with, I wanted to keep watching because I was interested. You know, there was always something going on, and I wanted to see how things play out. And I definitely did cry. I definitely cried at the end where she died, getting the void out of her. I was like, oh no, that's too much. And then when Hilda and Z, they were looking at her statue and then they started crying, I'm like, oh man. I definitely started crying, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm like, because you know, all the while I'm like, why do I watch this show? But I'm like, oh my God, this is why I watch the show. Ugh. All right, this video is already 25 minutes. I just wanted to tell y'all my thoughts, okay? Quick and dirty. I'm really busy these days, and I don't have time to really sit down, be cute in front of my couch and give y'all these reviews. And now there's so much content, guys. I literally can't keep up. So I'm just going to try to post things as I feel, post it when I can, and just try to give y'all my thoughts. I know it's been a 20, I I don't know if I should speak on 2020. Okay, 2020 was a year. Okay, it was an emotional situation for me. But we getting back to it. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring y'all some more videos. Don't forget to follow me. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on my Twitter as well. So if you're not already following me, follow me, boo. You can find all my little links somewhere. Okay, I'm not difficult to find. But yeah, just tell me what y'all think or what y'all thought about season 4 or the whole show. And I look forward to reading your comments. Bye, babes.